What's up, you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Marie. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you're already a part of the Amanda Marie family, then welcome back. Thank you guys for coming over and watching another fragrance video with me. Your love and support for my channel is greatly appreciated, and I just want to say thank you. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about Vetiver. Do we like it? Let me just say this about Vetiver. Vetiver is one of those notes, either you're gonna like it or you're not. There's no real in between with Vetiver, okay? Vetiver can come off very loud, very earthy, very dry, piercing to the nose. Some people may even say it smells smoky. It smells like, you know, some people think it smells like patchouli and stuff like that. It's very, very earthy. I'll put a picture up so you guys can see what Vetiver looks like. It looks, I mean, from the pictures, it looks like hay, okay? Me personally, I've never smelled Vetiver. Like, I've never went to like the garden section of Walmart and just looked for Vetiver just so I could smell it. I've only become familiar with Vetiver since I've been doing fragrance reviews here on YouTube. So prior to that, I may have smelled it, but I really didn't know what I was smelling. I actually do like Vetiver. It's one of my favorite notes in fragrances because I do like earthy smells. So when I say earthy, I mean like fresh ground dirt, okay? Not manure, not what you sprinkle in the garden to help your flowers grow. That's not Vetiver, okay? Vetiver smells earthy. So if you, I always say, if you were to take your hand and dig into dirt and get a fresh, nice, the type of dirt that's like moist, okay? Not wet, but moist. Maybe it rained like a couple of days prior or the day before, and you go out there and you're digging up dirt to plant a flower and you see how moist the dirt is. To me, that is what Vetiver smells like. Fresh earth, fresh dirt. So I'm gonna share with you guys a few of my fragrances that I have in my collection that carry a strong note of Vetiver. I have two honorable mentions that I wanna mention here, and both of them happen to be from the house of Tom Ford, okay? The first one is Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. Listen, you can't talk about Vetiver without mentioning Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. This is nothing but Vetiver, you guys. The Vetiver in this fragrance, it is what it is. This though, this is very sexy. This is sexy Vetiver. Sexy, earthy, dirty, dry Vetiver. Also, I want to mention Vetiver can come off very masculine, and that might be why a lot of you ladies don't really gravitate to Vetiver. Tom Ford's Black Orchid. Now, this one does have Vetiver in the fragrance, but the good thing about it is you don't really smell it, okay? You don't pick it up like you do in the Grey Vetiver. I feel like because with the Grey Vetiver, that's exactly what he was going for, was a Vetiver fragrance. This one is more like chocolate, truffle. This is, I still, you know what? Every time I smell this fragrance, this is one of those fragrances that I just never get tired of. Like, I never do. This is dark, mysterious, deep, chocolatey. Chocolatey. That's not even a word. Chocolatey. It does carry a note of Vetiver in it, but I promise you guys, it is like way in the background. You don't really get it that much. So, but I wanted to mention those two fragrances because they do have a note of Vetiver. You're probably wondering, how will I know if I like Vetiver? Here's the thing, here's a test. Here's what you can do. You can write some of these fragrances down that I'm mentioning in this video. Go out and smell them, okay? And if you like 4 out of the 6, 7 that I've mentioned, okay? If you like 4 out of the 7 that I've mentioned, 9 times out of 10, you are a Vetiver fan. That's how you're gonna know, okay? Now, this fragrance I have in my hand is Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez. This is a white, floral, musky Vetiver fragrance, okay? beautiful. The white floral in this fragrance makes it soft and sweet and feminine, but that vetiver gives it something very dark and mysterious and depth. That's why I'm partial to it. My fragrance profile is not really very florally or very feminine, okay? I know you look at me, I'm very feminine, okay? Yes, I am. I'm a very girly type of girl. But those florally fruity scents, I don't really gravitate to. I'm more of a grown woman, you know, type of scent person. Like, my fragrances have to be a little bit more on the mature side for me to enjoy them. Like when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and in, you know, my 30s, I enjoyed fragrances like that. My palette has thus changed. So I like a more mature type of fragrance, you know, a fragrance that's really not gonna be for everybody. So I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, this is a white, beautiful white floral musky powdery scent. The vetiver in this fragrance is amazing. Now it's not as sweet as the poudre, the sister, okay? The poudre has orange blossom in it, which makes it a little bit more sweeter in my opinion, but this is sweet enough for me. Okay, this is from the house of Bond number 9. This is New York Musk. You guys, listen, don't play with this. Like, don't play with this fragrance. You hear me? Like, you have to come with a confidence like none other if you're going to spray this, because when I tell you there's some heavy hitters in this fragrance, I'm talking about patchouli, sandalwood, musk, of course, vetiver. You know, this thing is not playing. It is something serious. But I feel like this fragrance is definitely gonna turn heads, okay? It is just that. It is just what it is. You know, oh God. This is awesome. This is amazing. I love this fragrance. Like I said, it's practically brand new. I've not been able to wear it the way I wanted to. Like, this fragrance is very loud. It's giving me like a Arabian, Arabic type of scent to it, you know, Middle Eastern scent. It's giving me incensey, you know. If you're not into incense, you're probably not gonna really dig this fragrance, okay? The patchouli in this fragrance is very prominent, so is the vetiver. So again, if you're not someone that is into patchouli, I would say do not get this fragrance. I would say this is not a safe blind buy. This is gonna be for those of you who love ouds, okay? Like traditional, real, smooth type of ouds that don't necessarily have anything sweet in them. This is gonna be for you. Do It For Love by Kilian. You guys know I recently, can y'all see that? There we go. All right, you know, I recently added this into my collection some weeks back. Blind bought it, okay? I didn't know what I was getting into. And I hate to say this, I really bought it because of the coffret. You know, it's one of those fragrances that actually came with one. Now, they do have the Good Girl Gone Bad coffrets online, but I keep going back and forth with myself, like, do I want to get the coffret just because, you know, I have the fragrance already, but does it make sense for me to get the same fragrance just because it comes with the coffret? I don't know. That's how I'm like doing with myself constantly. So don't pay me any attention, honey. That's just the conversations of a frag head, okay? I must say, this is definitely a different take on a vetiver for me. I don't think I have a fragrance in my collection that has vetiver and neroli together. I probably do, but you know, I don't really know all the notes of my fragrances. I have a lot of fragrances, so I can't keep the notes in my head. But with this fragrance, you smell the orange blossom, you smell the neroli. I feel like I get the neroli first, and then as it dries down, I get the vetiver. Vetiver is the only thing that's in the dry down, actually. So again, you have to be a lover of neroli. Neroli comes off, to me, very soapy, okay? Now, Kilian loves to use Orange Blossom and Neroli, and his fragrances also Tuberose. In this fragrance, the Neroli is overpowering the Orange Blossom. So I'm not getting a lot of that vintagey type of mature smell, you know. The jasmine is very pretty in this fragrance as well. But the star of the show to me is going to be the Vetiver. The reason why I say that is because it is very prominent, especially in the dry down. This fragrance takes me in stages, okay? Sometimes you'll run across a fragrance that kind of is very straight across. You know, you get all the notes and it just goes straight across from initial spray to dry down. This fragrance does not do that. This fragrance, you get all the levels, okay? You get the top, which is the bergamot. In the middle, you get that neroli and jasmine, orange blossom. In the base, you get the vetiver. When this dries down, you smell nothing but vetiver, you guys. So you have to like vetiver, okay? Because at the price point, if you don't like vetiver, then you're just kind of wasting your money, because 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna go for it, right? You're not gonna grab it, you're not gonna wear it because you don't like vetiver. So just keep that in mind. I researched this fragrance, I read all the notes. You cannot go smell this fragrance I know at the counter here in Saks in Houston, they don't have this fragrance. So it was, like I said, a total blind buy. But I knew, I kind of pretty much was like prepping myself or preparing myself for this to not necessarily smell sweet, you know, because of the vetiver. But I like the fragrance. So again, you have to be a lover of vetiver. This is Commodities Vetiver. You guys, this fragrance and we got history. Like, I remember the first time I smelled it in Sephora, I loved it and I couldn't afford it. How about 10 years later, I saw it at TJ Maxx for $40. I had to have it. This fragrance actually reminds me a lot of the Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, but there is blackberry in the top and apple and Petilia, which gives this fragrance a very sweet type of vibe. So yeah, my battery's about to die, so let me hurry up. This is Commodities Vetiver. You guys, this is beautiful. If you have any of these fragrances, please comment down below. Let me know what you have. If you're a lover of vetiver, let me know what I should add to my collection. Also, if you are a lover of fragrances, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I will see you in the next one. Mwah.